right, little V, you would do little fame this week.
Yes.
Rock and roll. All right, ready?
Yeah, dude, ready to go.
Take one. Hey everyone, it's Chris from HEDERA bringing you this month's V Would Do for David. Why?
We didn't do an intro skit.
Just let me let me do the thing. I'll just figure it out. I don't know. What do you? I'm just gonna do it, and it'll be fine. All right, we'll figure it out. No big deal. Okay, ready? All right, take two. Here we go. Hey everyone, it's Chris from HEDERA with this month's. Cut me off!
No, again!
Hey everyone, it's Chris from HEDERA with this month's V Would Do, Fame by David Bowie. Don't mind the lack of instruments behind me. We're currently playing a lot, and this was recorded on a different day from the song itself, so don't worry. Fame was recorded in January 1975 at Electric Lady Studios and was released July 1975 on RCA Records. Fame is off of David Bowie's 9th studio album entitled Young Americans. Now, 90% of Young Americans was recorded at Sigma Sounds in Philadelphia, a city that we love and a sound that we love. Sigma Sounds is really famous for Philadelphia soul, which is sort of an approach that Philadelphia International Records really brought to the forefront. It's a sound that David Bowie really liked, and he wanted to learn a lot about it. So most of the album's recorded there. However, midway through recording, David Bowie ran into contractual issues with his then manager, Tony DeFries. And this unfortunately cut his time at Sigma Sound short and brought him back to New York City, where he completed the album at Electric Lady Studios. Up until this point, David Bowie has yet to have a #1 hit in the United States. The year prior, 1974, a certain John Lennon had his first #1 hit in the United States. Now, why do I bring this up? Well, John Lennon is one of the 3 writers credited on Fame. See, John Lennon was the last Beatle to have his own hit. George Harrison... shit, what was the song?
My Sweet Lord.
George Harrison has My Sweet Lord, Paul McCartney has Admiral Halsey, and even Ringo Starr has Photograph. Although John Lennon brought in a lot more music, he unfortunately didn't have a hit until a collaboration with a Mr. Elton John that led to Whatever Gets You Through the Night in 1974. John Lennon's first hit and a pretty funky tune, a lot of fun, really. And once John Lennon ran into David Bowie, another young British artist, he thought, let me pass the torch and help him out.
I felt that was like a karmic thing, you know. With me and Elton, I got my first #1, so I passed it on to Bowie and he got his. And I like that track, you know. I must say I admire him, vast repertoire of talent the guy has.
When I asked him what he thought of what I was doing, glam rock, he said, yeah, it's great, but it's just rock and roll with lipstick on.
So they meet in Electric Lady Studios and they get working. Now, David Bowie wrote, obviously, the lyrics and the melody, and he sang on it. John Lennon, on the other hand, is attributed more to just being a presence in the studio, a bit of a feeling, an inspiring figure that kind of brought Bowie to the next level. Though the third writer on the track was Carlos Alomar, David Bowie's guitarist and an awesome funk guitarist. He had a guitar line that David Bowie's band had previously used, and he used it on this track. Now, this guitar line can be first seen on the Dick Cavett Show, where David Bowie and his band performed an old Flares tune called Foot Stompin'.
Everybody young and old, learn how to rock and roll. Listen, here's something new. Everybody jump and do. Come on. Foot stomping, foot stomping, foot stomping, foot.
And then live, David Bowie and his band really reinterpreted for themselves and turned it into this song.
Everybody young and old learns how to rock and roll. Listen to something new. Everybody sure can do that. Foot stomping, foot stomping, foot stomping, foot stomping.
Now, as you listen to that, you should note that the guitar line in the very beginning sounds a lot like Fennel. And it's really because of Carlos that the song sounds as funky and fun as it really does. Now, with that being said, when we interpreted the song, we got rid of that line entirely. And we actually focused on the secondary guitar riff and turned it into a bit more of a rock song. Live, this is always our encore. This is one we play all the time, and we have a lot of fun with it. But we turn it into slightly more of a heavier jam, as you'll see. This song is a lot of fun for us to perform. I mean, the drums, straightforward dance beat. The bass, Richie has a super wet line. It's really funky and kind of aggressive. My vocals aren't crazy far off from David Bowie, though I'm no David Bowie. And the guitars throughout it are really crunchy and a lot of fun. We add a solo section in the middle, and then our outro, while not quite as long as Bowie's, is a bit more aggressive. We love playing this song, and we hope you guys enjoy listening to it as much as we do. So here it is, David Bowie's Fame.
2, 3, 4. Swallow. Fame brings you where things are hollow. Fame, fame is not your brain, just the main, but you wanna get you bad. Same. Fame. What's your name? What you get and no tomorrow. Fame, what you need, you borrow. Fame, fame not is mine. It's just the time when you wanna drive it to crime. Fame, what's your name? Reject you first. Fame.